live via Facebook streaming, YouTube streaming, and via Skype. Each one of you is welcome to this live streaming from our studios in Trinidad. Sutras of Vigyan Bhairav Tantra, a series to explain various aspects of human life. What is the way? The way for a spiritual journey, way for transformation. Very often people ask, what is the way for transformation? What is the way that one has to follow? I had told you earlier, life is an orchestra. When life is an orchestra, the body is a musical instrument. It is a synthesizer. What is the way? That which we call life is the way. It goes into 3 steps. Life, when life blossoms, it becomes love. When love blossoms, it becomes light. 3 dimensions or 3 phases. Life, love, and light. These are the 3 phases of existence. That which we call life is the way. There is no other path, no other way besides life. While traversing through the life's roads, one who is ripe, he has completed the journey. Look at the journey of a seed. The journey begins from seed and it ends up in fruit. From seed to fruit. And the moment from seed it continues its journey uninterrupted. Seed becomes a seedling becomes a plant begins to grow, plant grows. The flowers come on it, flowers become fruits, fruit ripe under the sunlight and the moonlight. And when the fruit is ripe, it falls down. The journey comes to an end. The journey of the seed comes to an end. All these stages are the experiences for the seed. Seed is an experience, has an experience, it is hard. Its shell is hard. When it is planted in the womb of the earth, it becomes mellow, softens the skin in the womb of the earth, nourished by the water and the fertilizer. It breaks its outer shell. When the outer shell is broken, the seed bursts into 2 parts. The sprout comes from in between the 2 sides of the seed, or 2 parts of the seed. It begins to grow. This was an experience. If seed can write its biography, it will say it was an experience, a great experience, to come out of the narrow shell of ignorance, that I never thought that I could burst open and become a seedling. Then seed becomes seedling. It is an experience. Seedling is very tender, very vulnerable. It needs protection. This is an experience. When seedling grows and slowly its stem grows, becomes stronger. The number of leaves starts becoming more and more. Tree grows into the size and dimension. This is an experience again. On the seed, the tree, the plant, reaching to the stage of plant is another experience. Plant becoming a tree is another experience. Breeze surging through the tree leaves, tree swinging its branches. It is an experience. And the moment flowers appear, a season of spring has come, again this is an experience. And when flower ripes, it becomes a fruit. Fruit ripes under the sunlight and the moonlight. Fruit is picked up. It is consumed. Its seeds are replanted again. This is an experience. You could have eaten the fruit and thrown away the seeds. It is one type of action. The process will not continue. When you eat the fruits and plant the seed, it is a different kind of action. You are continuing the journey. Out of that fruit, many seeds comes, and each seed will become a plant, and it will come. That is why in Hinduism there are three: akarm, bikarm, and karma. In action, when you do not pay or you plant the seed, you eat the fruit and throw the seeds in the garbage, it is one kind of action. It will not create any new plant. When you plant the seeds, it is a different kind of action. One who has completed the journey means the seed has become ripe in experience along the journey of its life. This journey was the journey of the life of the seed, from seed to the fruit, back to seed. If you have searched for the path outside the life, then you will deviate, you will swerve, you will never find. Can the seed find its journey, its way outside this journey? This is the journey, this is the path of the seed. Seed is destined to continue its journey this way. There is no other path. It is life is continuously flowing moment to moment. One moment unfolds into the next. The process continues. One process unfolds into another. In this journey, the seed has to go through various stages, various moments comes of despondency, disturbances, turbulence, fear. But it continues its journey with certitude, with confidence, with determination. Someone has said in a song, संसार है एक नदिया. The world is a great river which has two shores. River must have a shore, two shores. And between the two shores there is a river bed where the water flows. Happiness and sorrow, all those things that are in pair of opposites, they are two shores of the river. They act as a river bank. We are continuously flowing in this stream of life. Where will I reach? I know it not. All I am concerned with, life will determine its own destination where you have to reach. Everyone comes in life with a certain destiny, certain program. That this is the program, you have to work according to it. You are on the path. Man has swerved from its path, and the question comes, what is the way? This happens because he has stopped considering life to be the way. And he started looking for the ways outside life. Sometimes he calls this by a name religion, considers Hindu religion as the path, Muslim religion as the path, Christianity as a path, Jews as a path, sometimes gave it a name of yoga. Different names have been given. Great conflicts have created, got lost into the web of the worlds, the traditions and belief systems, but they forgot that life is the only way. Life is neither Hindu nor Muslim nor Christian. Life is simply life, journey from seed to the fruition to become a fruit. And then this is the journey of the drop. It soaks around the trees, and when the river is flowing, it becomes turbulent. It goes through various vicissitudes, disturbances. The path is in front of your eyes, under your feet. Where you are standing, that's where the path is. Your journey has to begin from where you are standing. The journey of the seed begins where the seed is. Seed is in the cupboard, is on the shelf. It is picked up from there. A soil is being prepared. In that soil, in the womb, it is planted. Where you are standing, that's where the journey begins. Where you are standing, from where the journey to God, journey to godliness begins. It's not that you are standing in a room where there is a light. Can you say which direction is light? Whichever direction you turn, there is light. You turn left, there is light. You turn right, there is light. You turn north, there is light. You turn south, there is light. There is no direction in your room where there is no light. So it is erroneous to say that you are not facing God. Sometimes you are facing God with your face towards Him. Other times you are facing Him with your back. But you are on the path. You may be standing with eyes closed or eyes open, it matters not. Still you are on the path. Whether you have understanding or not, there is no way to go to soar from this path. As long as you are in the room, there is no way that you can escape the light. Because the path, the way towards Him is vast like infinite sky. His way is not like a narrow road or a highway or national highway or anything. Every individual, every one of you has to create your own thoroughfare. As you traverse along the life's roads, you have to pave that way, you have to clear that way and walk on that path. The path for each one may differ because you have come from a different program. You have come with a different program. So your journey has to continue, your path has to continue according to that program. When you are using your computer, there are various programs. There is Word, there is Excel. Certain things follow the Excel pattern, other things follow the Word's pattern. And Words also, there are different templates. In MacBook, there are pages and numbers. Same thing but different names, different technology, different methodology to use. You have to find your own thoroughfare. And if you really understand that you do not have to search for it, it is already there. Just you have to discover. You have to start following it, you have to understand it. That this is my path, this is the road that I have to follow to reach, to experience various aspects of life, experience life in the various stages. Life is the only way. The happiness and sorrow in life, they are the path. The success and failures are the path. By sowing many times, by committing mistakes many times, by stumbling, you reach the destination. You have fallen and you have courage to rise up again to reach the place. You make mistakes, you learn from your own mistakes and continue. The man learns the archery, the shooting only through failures. You are going for a shooting session or archery session, you shoot an arrow or a bullet, it fails to hit the target, you do it again, it continues. You are again given a direction and then you do, and finally your arrow hits the target, the bullseye. Same way the bullet hits the eye, the bull's eye. When this happens, would you not thank all those moments of failures and your persistence that you continued assiduously until you succeeded? By failing again and again a number of times and with persistently continuing, your arrow has hit the bullseye. Your shot has hit the bullseye. When you stand up, you have fallen, and when you stand up, would you not thank? If you have not fallen, you would have not been able to stand up. Have you seen a small baby or a toddler trying to stand up first? He stands up, falls down, stands up again, and then he makes one step. And then he stops and giggles at everyone, and in that it gives a message. Look at me, O fool. I have fallen, but I have courage to rise up again. And through constant efforts, I am continuing my journey. I have taken the first step, a firm step. Now I have taken this step, I have learned the art, now I have to make this step firm, so that when I move, I can move firmly. When the feeling of virtue arises in you, would you not thank all those moments of sin? When there is gratitude towards God arises in you, would you not feel grateful towards the world? Because the Creator is nothing else but creation. It is embedded in the creation, not outside anywhere. If you continue to criticize, remember that somewhere there had been a mistake. Consider that there is still possibility of failure. Consider there is still possibility to fall down. The path has not completed as yet. When you reach the destination and you stand up at the point where you have to reach, and you turn back and you look, who has helped you to reach to that? When there is a successful musical concert, who is to be thanked? Can the vocalist or the singer be thankful for all? It is the combined effort of everyone, every musician, the sound system, the lighting system, the stage, all these put together, the effort, they have their role in it. Your mistakes, the sun and shadow, the friend and enemy, the flower and the thorns, all these have supported you. They have become a part in your journey. When you turn back, everyone gets astonished. Wonder is stuck. There is no enemy. It is through conflict you develop. It is through the resistance one develops. It is only in duality the non-dual dwells. That is why the Creator is embedded in the creation. Creation is multifaceted, is dualistic. Happiness and sorrow, pain and pleasure, good and bad, right and wrong, high and low. Is there anything like high and low? Is where you are sitting, look at the wall in front of you. Tell me which is high, which is low. Which is high and which is low? Does wall has any demarcation that this is high, this is low? It is a way for convenience. What is lower? Lower is the beginning of the higher. Without the lower, higher cannot reach. Without foundation, the wall will not come into existence. The lower is the beginning of the higher. And what is the higher? It is the culmination of the lower. When lower reaches its pinnacle, that is what higher is. Higher and lower support one another. Can you say this part of the wall is lower and that is higher? Is higher better than the lower? You hang a picture on the wall at a height so that it is visible, but you put the electrical socket lower. So is electrical socket is important, is more important than the painting that is on the wall, which is higher. Painting is placed higher on the wall. The electrical socket is placed lower on the wall, which is important. It is the light. It is the electrical socket which gives the light to fall the light on the painting, and it becomes visible to you and pleasing to you. So you cannot say that the lower is better than the higher or higher is better in the air. The conflict, the resistance, all is important. They support one another. They create the balance. It is in the duality that non-dual dwells. Creator is embedded in its creation. And this happens if you are aware of the present moment. Whatever the present moment brings, how you can proceed on the path. Whatever the present moment brings, accept it. If there is courage, if there is determination, if there is trust, you will respect, you will trust the present moment, whatever this moment brings to you. This moment you have chosen. You have chosen this moment for this session of life session. Whatever happens in that moment, you have accepted in its totality out of your trust, out of your trust. Remember, it contains that this particular session, whatsoever happens in this session, contains infinite possibilities for you. If you resist that you will not do this or that, then you will, all those infinite possibilities that are there in the womb to open themselves will remain blocked. These will be available to you only when you accept this present moment totally, wholly. Remember, this is for you alone, and no one else can access these. Whatever is happening to you or happens to you in a particular live streaming session is for you and your growth alone and for no one else. No one else has the access to it. It is for you and you alone. Also, it contains your unconscious and subconscious memories. When I proceed in a particular session with you, it contains, this moment contains your unconscious and subconscious memory that you have to relive if that be necessary. So many times I allow you to relive those memories. However, once you accept your path, once you accept whatever is told to you, your path will be clear. Sometimes there is an interest in it. Sometimes whatever is told to you is interesting. Both interest and interesting have a cause and effect relation. And life indeed is mysterious. The path is indeed mysterious, undefined, and without cause and effect. When you agree for a particular live session, live streaming, it is mysterious. There is nothing defined. And whatever happens is without cause and effect. It is just is a flow. Just like life, a flow, a bottomless abyss. And that alone is the beauty of the mystery that life is. That alone is the beauty of the mystery of the path is. Life is the only scripture, undefined and unwritten. When a session begins, it is a scripture which is undefined and unwritten. You do not know what is going to happen. Learn to read bliss. Learn to read. Learn to flow with it. Bliss will overflow. Once you flow with this wholly and totally, without any obstruction, without any resistance, with total trust, bliss will overflow. Each one of you comes into the world with a specific destiny, a programmed. It is undefined and unwritten. You have something to fulfill. You have some message to deliver. Some work has to be completed in you and through you. You are not here accidentally. My and your meeting is not here by accident. Your very presence here is meaningful. There is a purpose behind it. The whole existence intends to do something through you. The whole existence, the God wants to do something through you. That's why this association has come into existence. This association, these sessions are taking place. So always remember, life is the only way. There is no other way, there is no other path besides life. Live it, be with it, moment to moment. Let life unfolds itself to you. When you come to this live streaming, you do not know what is going to happen. But once you have trust, you are flowing with it. In that moment, something will happen. You have learned to flow with it. Learn to flow with it. Bliss will overflow. Only this much. Therefore, one thing is certain, you have to walk. And as you walk, you create your way while walking. You are told something, you have gone one step, you are paving the way for your continuation. Certainly you will not find a ready-made path. There is no set path that you can search on Waze or Google, that is the path for you. No. When the session begins, I do not know what is going to happen. You will not find a ready-made path. It is not so cheap to reach the ultimate realization of truth, to reach the state of blissfulness. It is not easy. You will have to create the path by walking yourself with total trust, openness. The path is lying there and waiting for you. It is just like the sky. Footprint. You cannot follow them. There are no footprints left behind. So too, as you walk, you create the path. And then all that is created vanishes as you take another step forward. Journey continues until you have arrived. Only this much for this morning. Until we meet again, take care and do have a pleasant day.